Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, Hyzenthlay, and welcome back to Hyzenthlays Guide to Advance of Zeta, Part 3, the TR-3s. I love the TR-3s. They have a certain charm to them. Their transformation mechanism, coupled with their color scheme and their size, it definitely is a very eye-catching mobile suit, and I hope that by the end of this video you share my opinion. Let's get into it, shall we? Well, first we have the NRX-044R Prototype Ashimar TR-3 Kahar Space Type. The Kahar Space Type is a heavily modified version of a prototype variable frame mobile suit named the Space Prototype. The records of its original name have been lost since the Grips War. The first prototype's transformation system would put a heavy load on the frame under gravity, causing it to warp, bend, or even snap. With this in mind, the Kahar was designed for testing where the load was lightest, outer space. The internal structure of the TR-3 was highly complex, regarded as an extremely early predecessor to the movable frame system. Because the Kahar's main focus was to create a working frame-shifting mechanism, the machine hadn't been adequately armored for combat, and when viewed from the back, that fact became grossly apparent. Entire sections of the unit were left without exposed frame. However, it was deemed excusable due to the Kahar's mobility. The Kahar was equipped with 3 large stern boosters, 2 of which supplemented its legs. Its thighs contained the same supplemental generators used in the rest of the TR series. Its skirt armor contained a pair of subarms, which served as landing gear in the alternate mode, and the shields attached to its arms functioned as wing stabilizers in mobile armor form. Its beam rifle could draw energy from the Kahar itself, or the supplemental TR generators, or the 2 E-packs attached to the stern boosters on its legs. At some point between UC-0083 and UC-0085, the Titans became aware of the development of a highly advanced mobile suit called the Space Prototype. The Space Prototype served as the predecessor to the Federation's Ashimar. The Titans, seeing the clear direction of the project, decided that the Space Prototype belonged to them. They forcibly requisitioned the Space Prototype and modified it into the Kahar. In August UC-0085, the Kahar was assigned to the Titans test team's mothership, the Aswan, and took part in mock battles near Compito, where it overwhelmed the Hazel II, a Jim Sniper 3, and the Hazel Custom. In October, it went into combat against Xeon Remnants, where it destroyed a Gelgoog Stutza. Space testing was completed around the same month, after which it descended to Earth. Leading us to the next entry, the NRX-044R, the Prototype Ashimar TR-3 Kahar. After the satisfactory performance of the Kahar space type, it was modified for atmospheric use. New tests began to evaluate the durability of the drum frame under gravity and to establish battle tactics and combat doctrine for the new wave of flight-capable variable frame mobile suits. Based on data from the Earth Federation Forces Ashimar, improved components were added on each part of the Kahar. It was given proper legs and feet in addition to prototype thermonuclear jet engines. These served as the Kahar's main propulsion units, giving it far greater thrust than the standard Ashimar. The new heel sections could be removed, and the space-type stern boosters could be attached in their place for use in space sorties. A spread beam gun derived from the MS-09 Dom was installed in the left side of the Kahar's chest, and each knee mounted the standard TR series supplemental generator, alongside reinforced housing for them. The beam rifle and 1 energy pack holder could be attached to a latch behind the Kahar's waist, and a beam emitter was built into the stock, enabling it to double as a beam axe or a beam scythe. It would later serve as the basis for the Hyzenthlay Fadiyeen rifle. As a part of its overhaul, the Kahar was equipped with a new skirting unit, containing supplemental thrusters for vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL. Since the unit included actual wings for stabilizing the machine's flight attitude, its silhouette in mobile armor form actually resembled an aircraft. as opposed to the goofy cheese wheel that was the original version. After being remodeled for gravity, the prototype Ashimar TR-3 Kahar began operation at Khartoum Base. During trials of its thermonuclear jet engines, it encountered a Goof flight type and a Goof custom mounted on a Dodai 2. With support from the other Black Otters, it managed to drive them off. The Kahar's testing wrapped up within the same month, after which the unit was returned to space. However, it was never reassigned to the Titan's test team, and its current whereabouts remain unknown. Ladies and gentlemen, I would just like to make it very clear for those of you in the audience who have never seen Advance of Zeta, or don't know what's canon and what isn't when it comes to AOZ, the following section is entirely fan theory and speculation. The RMS-044R prototype Ashimar TR-3 Bluebell. After being transported back to space, the Kahar was remodeled further into the Bluebell, a mobile suit designed for use by a Titan's Black Ops squad. The Bluebell was designed to be deployed in squads, being capable of transporting an extra friendly unit in mobile armor form. The Bluebell would be nearly complete when the news reached its operators that Operation Maelstrom was a failure, and that the AUG had won the war. The Black Ops unit would flee deeper into the solar system, with the Bluebell and the Kahar's data in tow. Next is the RMS-044S Kahar Repair TR-3 Blackberry. The Blackberry was a unit constructed from spare Kahar parts and other usable Titan surplus that they could find. It was built for the purpose of reconnaissance and surveillance of the lunar and Martian surfaces. As opposed to the Bluebell, the Blackberry had a higher carrying capacity of 2. The Blackberry would be shot down while surveilling the Martian surface, and its wreckage remains buried on the Martian surface, somewhere unknown, rotting for eternity to this very day. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the addendum section. Yes, I know this video took a little bit to complete, not nearly as long as the other two, but still quite a bit. And that was mainly because, well, I had actually completed this video almost a week ago, but it was entirely too short to justify being on its own. And I had contemplated lumping the TR-3s and TR-4s together as somewhat of a take on my original plan for this series, where the TR-1s would have their own videos, and TRs 2, 3, 4, and maybe 5 would be lumped into one. However, I decided against this, because I believe that each TR deserves their own video, and people probably wouldn't exactly be there to listen for that long. So, each TR gets their own video. And that means I had to do some extending on the scripts part. I wanted to extend things without just repeating myself over and over again. So I did what I could. And I hope you like it. I hope you like some of the fan theory stuff, because I want to do more of it. I want to tell you guys more about my takes on certain mobile suits within Advance of Zeta that just simply don't have much of a description on them. I hope you guys like Blackberry and Bluebell, or at least, you know, what I came up with for them. But then again, you guys might be able to do better. Well, I guess, yeah, you could do better. I don't want to sound arrogant, but, you know, you guys could probably come up with much longer lore, and you guys could probably come up with different names besides Blackberry and Bluebell. I just wanted to take from the Watership Down character list, and Blackberry and Bluebell seemed to fit. And I like it. I like the way that they sound. It sticks for me, and I think that's what I'll be calling these units in the future. Probably not with the same model numbers, but you know what? They're alright too. The model numbers are alright. I don't know about Kahar Repair Blackberry, though. I just kind of came up with that because it worked with the story that I came up for it. So, yeah, that was the TR-3s. I hope you like them as much as I did, because they're very, very cool mobile suits, and very important to the Universal Sentry as well. Everything after the Kahar would not have happened without the Kahar. The Zeta Gundam, the Delta Plus, the Rezel, you wouldn't have that if it were for the Kahar. Oh, but Hyzenthlay, ALZ isn't canon, so we would have had the Rezel and the Anksha regardless.
Shut the fuck up!
You know what? Not gonna engage with that train of thought beyond that. That's all for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you in the next one, in the TR4 video. Believe in the sign of the Zeta, be nice to each other, and thank you for watching.